and welcome to All Things Conflict. This is an introduction to Series 2. In Series 1, we looked at workplaces and we talked to, sort of the managers and the employees, and we looked at things from all different angles. And in this series, I really want to look at leadership. I want to look at directors, senior leadership teams, founders, entrepreneurs, business partners, family businesses, because the leadership sets the tone. And there are many things that can go wrong. There are many conversations that, if they're not had properly, can create conflict that can have an impact way beyond just the group of people that we're talking about. So when people get together and they want to start a business, often there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of talk about the laws of attraction, about bringing everything together, and everybody's projecting this amazing and wonderful kind of future of success and abundance. And yet it doesn't always go like that. So what interests me is the avoidance of having a conversation that says, this is all very well, and of course we're all going to put our hearts and souls into it. But what happens if it doesn't progress in the way we'd like to? How will we talk to each other about that? What is the quality of conversation that we're going to have? Are we just going to let our fears and resentments just build up very quietly, go home, moan and complain about our business partners, and then wait for the inevitable explosion to happen? Are we just going to take adversarial positions? Or are we actually going to say, we have a course, we want to chart our progress, and the chances are it's going to be messy. The chances are there are things about each other that we haven't yet examined or explored. There are things about myself that I don't even know, that may only show up when things are wonderful or terrible. So how will we be together? I see this played out on boards, in non-profits. I see this played out in senior management teams. I see this played out all over the place. What is the conversation that says we're all trying to achieve something? We have a purpose, we have some values, we have a mission, we have some goals, and that journey is going to be messy. It inevitably is going to be messy. And how will we talk to each other when the messiness shows up? What is the limit of my tolerances for other people's distress? What is the limit of my tolerances for the boom and the bust cycles that we may go through? And how will we cope when your trauma shows up or my trauma shows up and we trigger each other? So there's something for me about the unsaid conversations that can be planned for, that we can have a policy, we can have procedures for what we're going to do when we hit these kinds of points. So I often talk about my work as putting in the plumbing. When I refer to putting in the plumbing, what I mean is that, you may have beautiful sort of taps and sinks and toilets and all sorts of things like that. But where is it all draining to? You see, and often by the time I get called into a business or to a leadership team, that it turns out that there wasn't anything, it wasn't draining anywhere. And so by the time I get called in, the sewage is coming up through the floorboards, and what I'm doing is a retrofit. So what I've learned by rejecting the adversarial approach to conflict and accepting that conflict is all around us, is that actually it is the biggest free resource that we have for becoming creative. So we have several guests on this series. We have my husband, who was managing director of a 3-generation family business, and he'll take us through the ups and downs of what that was like. We've got somebody who has trained non-executive directors for over 30 years. We have an entrepreneur who has started a business from scratch and taken it to a national and international business. We've got my friend from Series 1, Paul Baker, talking about systemic win. And we have a well-known workplace mediator called Alex, who's coming to join us today. So I welcome you to this series, and I hope that you will find the fruits and the richness of the sharing that's in store for you. Thank you.